as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons. 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Throwing, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
You don't want no problem from me.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Seven, our score after 1.
7-7. Ready up. Mike 48. Coming to you, coming to you. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Looking to throw. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. On third down, Morris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Morris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Pollard works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Got it. 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm here all day.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. On fourth down, rush. And this one brought in by Gathers. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second and 13. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's caught at the 10. That one good for 37 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll toss it to Morris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the final game of the first weekend of the 2019 NFL preseason. A reminder as we look ahead to week 2, we've got 5 games on Thursday, 3 on Friday, 5 more on Saturday, And then 3 nationally televised games, Saints, Chargers, Seahawks, Vikings on Sunday. And on Monday night, these 49ers at Denver. In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime. And for the call of the second half, we get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin the this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st down, here's Breida. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone, what you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 32 on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Morris. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone
had the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. James now to return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken around the 12. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
third down. It's Morris. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Morris, and now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now a give, right side, Morris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Morris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy, hold him up. second, third guy in, rake at the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Shift. We're going to 54, line in.
Now Prescott. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. The reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley. The players on your team earned XP.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Jump in the stands, no man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, all
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not.
An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected based on your weekly opponent tendencies. Each week you can focus train 3 players for extra. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down.
I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle.
Oh, I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday.
Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
There we go. 180. 180. Here we go. 180.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't for the back. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 bumpers, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me now. No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one foot and set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Here we go. 180.
Cook it up, gourmet.
186. 26.
Rolls like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set and finish them. Mess around me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the rumors, so I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up,
26.
gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find a social mission. Who the fool wasn't you? I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, run it up. Greatest ever, some shit up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brought it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
26.
Boys in the Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
There you go.
Got more boys in the Shawshank.
26. There you go. 28.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the set. Yeah, flex mode, this is Southwest, it's a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad big pesto. If you wanna go, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see one pesto. Get your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Get your sons, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just saw your fifth grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up like she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
You have grades for each position that range from browse available players to improve your team.
From old age, somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot up.